What's going on, guys? Play-by-play gaming here, back with another Epic 7 video, and today we're doing some Belian in regular arena. So we try to bring her in a few different team comps, and she's actually quite a bit of fun. You know, surprisingly, I guess because she's on counter. So being on counter and then also being on Elbrus really, I guess, ups the fun factor, because you pretty much just sit back and let the game play itself, right? So you'll see here a little bit of the counter action, and it's an AoE, right? We're going up against a very squishy team in that one, but we try to put, you know, we try to highlight some clips here. We're going up against AOL, and this one was pretty tough because we recently built Kitty Clarissa, and so we built her with 300 effect res. I know that's not a lot right now. I know there's some people out there that have like 350, 400% effect resistance. 300 is the most that I can get, and that's including stretch combat. Okay, so that's probably the best I'm ever going to be able to do. But we're able to finally bring her in somewhere newly built, but bringing her in with Belian here. You know, I kind of noticed that you know, Belian does have that buff proc, right? So she procs the health, the crit chance, or the effectiveness. I think 99% of the time it's effectiveness. That's what I've seen so far. But you know, she's pretty good. I mean, I think I really had fun with her, trying her out in arena. I'm sure there's some people out there that can figure out some crazy like auto comps with her. You know, and then like maybe up her damage. Like if you really want to make her a damage dealer, you can definitely up her damage. So her stats right now are the same. If you got a chance to see like when we pulled her, that build that we put her on, that counter immunity build, she's like 250 crit damage, so nothing insane. I think she's still like at 20k, 21k health. We do switch in and out the effect res, depending on what team we're going up against. But for the most part in arena, it's just stuck at the self imprint for health. And I found that pretty useful. I mean, she does have some survivability with that those buffs that she gets with the healing one. When it procs, it's really nice because she gets a substantial heal. And then here, you know, we go up against this Strays. He takes out the ML Haste because the ML Haste is actually tankier than the Belian, and we counter, right? We counter, and we brought in our girl Senya because she got the EE, so we're trying her out too. And you know, Senya is Senya, and she was a lot of fun. You know, when she first came out, I think the EE that they added to her really gave her a little bit of a bump up, and I think that it makes her a lot more usable now. So I think I have to go back and maybe rebuild my Senya. But this is a Belian showcase in arena. Okay, so enough about Senya. But she does pretty decent damage with the S3 on the squishies, and her chance to proc is pretty high with the Elbrus. So she has the AoE with the S1. She can potentially strip also with the S1. As you can see here, she's pretty tanky. So I have her, I think, almost 1400 defense, and then she gets a defense buff, and that really makes her pretty tanky. So just imagine if you got her to, like, I don't know, 1500, 1700 defense. It's something insane just to make her like an unstoppable tank. And then on top of that, you're giving her a defense buff and potential healing with those random buffs that she gets. It can make her pretty nutty to take out. But here we're bringing in Strays, so we're kind of trying just Bruiser Cleave. I don't know what we're trying here. We're going up against tanky team, you know, Archdemon Shadow on the opposing side. So there's a potential that we get countered. But we're countering a lot. And so one thing that I noticed is going up against Fallen CC, right? Hitting you with the AoE, it feels so good when she actually procs the counter off of the AoE, so you instantly remove skill nullifier, which is pretty great. And then we kind of go here with our skill nullifier and then deal pretty decent damage. We were able to get the stun on that Arc Shadow, but the Belian here, as you can see, she doesn't do insane damage. 2.9k, you have to remember that both of these units are bruisers. You know, at first, I didn't really think I was going to like Belian too much in Arena, just because you really want someone that's going to deal damage, right? But we brought in Strays for that. But the Elbrus, you know, I gotta make sure that when Elbrus is back in the shop, maybe in another 2 years, that I plus 30 it, okay? Because it's such a good artifact. And the one that she has right now is plus 15. And you see the amount of procs that she gets, okay? The plus 15 Elbrus has a 15% chance to counter when an ally is attacked, right? So in regular Arena, there are 3 other allies that have the potential to proc the Elbrus. But as you can see here, we're going up against another kind of like Cleave team. We didn't bring Kitty Clarissa, I don't think, but we're able to go with our Belian. And as you noticed, we already did pretty much a lot of damage, and we haven't moved much. And so Belian goes here. She takes out the RB. He comes back, but he's not going to do much. He didn't gab. And then the Tywin on our side is pretty much going to clean things up, all right? We'll be able to spam the stuns and then take everybody else out. But you know, she does provide a pretty decent, I guess, utility for the team because she hits you with those provokes if you have her, you know, decent effectiveness. But you know, just being able to provide some type of control. The only thing that I guess my only little thing is that she never procs the extra attack. So, you know, she goes with the S1 and then she's supposed to go with those tentacles, right? So that almost never procced for me. The only way that I can actually proc those tentacles is to actually soul burn with her S1. And so soul burning with her S1 increases the chance of activating its incursion, so those tentacle things, to 100%. Otherwise, I believe it's only a 35% chance. And, you know, I think not being able to activate that on a counter, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if it's, I feel it's a bad thing. You know, Archdemon Shadow, she actually procs her extra attack off of a counter, right? I believe she's able to do that. So I think Belian should also be able to do that, just because it's such a low chance that I mean, you're almost never going to see it unless you soul burn. But I guess just because it's so strong, but I mean, she, like, Arc Shadow also has like a blind on her S2, you know, if it procs. And Belian, you know, with her second proc, it's, what is it? I think it's decrease hit chance and speed. So it could potentially be, oh, there we go. Okay, we finally got one there. Out of all the fights that we did, we finally got one. And you know what? Maybe 35% is high when she's getting a lot of turns on her turn, right? We're seeing a lot of counters. So maybe that's why it feels like it never procs, because every time she does get a counter, we don't see it, right? And it only, the extra attack only works when it's her turn. So when she S1s with her turn. The last fight here, we're going up against kind of a tanky team. So ML Ken, so there is a potential that our Belian just gets blown up, right? Because of the counters on the ML Ken. But we brought in Senya, right? For the not being able to get crit. And, you know, we were hoping to just do work with the LQC. They don't have too much damage mitigation. So as long as we can nuke out the RB here, we were going to be pretty good. Again, we're bringing her into heavy AoE. We're completely avoiding Violet's, any single target damage dealer. Even I think Luna would be a really good counter against Belian, just because there's no AoEs, right? And you kind of try focusing her down, maybe with the S3 or the Soulburn S1 on the Belian. But I mean, she survives a lot, and that defense buff I think is really, really nice. It's a really good addition. I just wish that she provided a bit more to the team, maybe again proccing the S3, but you know, taking out those units, it's pretty much GG from there. But we do have Belian here. We have her again, plus 15 now. You'll see her stats on screen here. She is 20k HP right now. You know, we're thinking about changing out this chest piece here, maybe to lower the crit chance and potentially up the HP. I think that's, you know, around the 1200, 1250 defense mark, you should be okay, because she gets that defense buff on the S3, which increases her defense by 60%, which is kind of nuts. But you know, I think if I could distribute the stats way more evenly, I would maybe lower the defense just a bit, give her more health, maybe a little bit more speed, and then I think she'd be okay. And then of course the plus 30 overs. But other than that, she's actually doing pretty good in regular arena. We put her on defense. We put her with a couple of other RNG units. We're gonna see how that pans out. You know, if I had AOL, I would definitely put both of those two together. But yeah, you know, let me know what you think about her in arena. Have you tried GVG with her? Let me know in the comment section below. The next video will be RTA, I guarantee it. So we're gonna try her. We're gonna take her into RTA with this exact same build and see how she performs. But that's gonna be it for me. Like always, if you haven't enjoyed the video, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, hey, think about subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people like you who like content like this. Like always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.